This reminds me of my favorite movie, Sandlot.
Oh yeah.
So what's it about?
It was directed by David Evans, and it had a great cast.
It's about a new kid who gets adopted by a group of friends from the Sandlot, and he gets wrapped up in the game of baseball and discovers the power of friendship. And together, they go into so many adventures.
Well, let's go watch it right now.
Yeah, let's go.
In the ordinary world, Smalls is introduced as a regular 12-year-old boy living a typical life in the early 1960s. He is lonely as he has just moved to this new town from out of state.
The call to adventure occurs when Benny the Jet Rodriguez asks Smalls to come out to the Sandlot to play ball. Smalls isn't the best baseball player, and entering the Sandlot with a bunch of new kids is definitely out of his comfort zone.
The refusal of the call occurs when Smalls tells Benny that he doesn't belong in the Sandlot and suggests that he go home. He was unable to catch or throw the baseball and felt unwanted by the other kids in the group. This part of the film really signifies that Smalls refuses to make an attempt to be part of the group due to having less than mediocre skills and knowledge of the game of baseball.
The main mentor is Benny. Benny was the first one to integrate Smalls into the group, and he taught Smalls the basics of baseball. Benny supported Smalls through the good and bad times of the journey and helped Smalls gain confidence in himself.
Crossing the threshold occurs when the Sandlot kids have to camp out in the treehouse. This is when Squint finally tells the story about the beast in Mr. Myrtle's yard. The ordinary world is left behind after this moment because from then on, Smalls crosses into a special world that is referenced by the narrator as the biggest pickle of all time.
Some obvious allies in Smalls' adventure is the Sandlot kids. They prove to be his best friends, and together they face some obstacles throughout the summer. A test the kids have to overcome in the film is when another youth baseball team challenged the Sandlot kids to a rivalry game to prove who is better. Smalls and the Sandlot kids eventually conquered the challenge that was presented. The Little League kids symbolize the enemies in Smalls' journey.
Smalls' approach to the inmost cave is represented when he sneaks into his stepdad's trophy room to steal the Babe Ruth baseball. Smalls finds a temporary evil motivation to take the ball that he knows is wrong. Through this approach to the inmost cave, Smalls is set up perfectly for the ordeal.
The main ordeal in Smalls' journey is retrieving the Babe Ruth baseball that was hit over Mr. Myrtle's fence. All of the Sandlot kids are determined to get the baseball back, and they take matters into their own hands.
The reward that comes out of the ordeal is that they get the Babe Ruth baseball back. They work together as a team and prove the power of friendship to achieve their goal.
The road back does not occur in Smalls' journey. There is no point where he returns back into the ordinary world. His special world has become his ordinary world. He will not return back to being lonely or incapable of playing baseball, and he will have the Sandlot kids forever.
The resurrection for Smalls is within his mindset. After actually meeting Mr. Myrtles, he has a new perspective on his perception of people. Mr. Myrtles is actually a very kind man that no one had gotten the chance to know. Smalls is resurrected when he realizes that there was no reason to be scared of this man for so long.
The elixir that Smalls took away from his journey was the power of friendship. As we discover that the narrator was the adult version of Smalls, it is understood that the story of the Sandlot summer made a huge impact in his life. The stories of the other Sandlot boys, grown up, also portrays the impact that the summer has on everyone. The elixir was the friendship, and Smalls' hero's journey impacted many people around him.